arguments here as the officials now will congregate at midfield. We'll get the official call from our head referee. So it's a false start against Cleveland. So it'll be 3rd and 7 now for Cleveland. They'll mark the ball at the Cobra 46-yard line. 7:20 left here, first quarter. WPA with an 8-0 lead. Week 8 of the Tri-Point Football League season, rounding out 2024. This one started out in Michigan in the preseason for the Cobras. Washington now behind Thompson. Thompson giving last-minute instructions to everybody. Matt Wise, a single receiver to the near side, twin receivers to the far side. Thompson with the read, fires down the sideline, looking for Matt Wise, and there's going to be some contact there. No flag on the play. May have gotten away with that one. Some hand fighting, but it'll bring up 4th down for Cleveland. 6:45 left here in the first quarter. Just erased that game by 3 quarters, didn't I? And Cleveland waiting for D'Angelo Thompson to run on. Looks like they may go for it here. On 4th and 7. Matt Wise looked like he had a step on the defensive back on the last play. As indeed, it looks like it's going to be Cecil and Abe Taylor to the far side, D'Angelo Thompson and Matt Wise to the near side. Thompson, 3-step drop, stepping up in the pocket, has a man wide open. D'Angelo Thompson at the 40, down at the 39-yard line. And Cleveland converts on the 4th down. It'll be 1st and 10 in WPA territory.
Flag on the play, that'll bring him back.
So we apologize. Oh, we got a hold coming up there. Didn't see the flag there. A hold coming up against Cleveland.
So it'll be 4th and 17 now for the Cobras.
So we'll see if the Cobras change their mind and decide to punt this one away. Again, Ben Lyons not available today, who handles the punting and kicking duties. So Wise and Thompson are receivers to the near side. Trip receivers to the far side. Thompson will be in the shotgun in an empty backfield. 6:10 here on a continuously running clock. And a pooch kick by Thompson. It'll land at the 40, roll down to the 30, and be picked up at the 27, brought up near the WPA sideline, and down at the 39-yard line. Going to be a flag on the play. And the return by Sean Dixon Roberts for WPA. See what the flag is.
I'm guessing late hit.
Flag on the play.
It didn't look like anybody was out of bounds. So if the play stands, they'll flip sides of the field for Cleveland. If the penalty is going to be enforced, they're going to start this drive on the Cleveland side of the ball. So personal foul indeed. Face mask coming up against Cleveland. That'll add 15 on to the return. And they will start in Cleveland territory. Again, 5:54 left here, first quarter. WPA with the 8-0 lead. Cleveland converting on the 4th down, however, holding penalty will push them back. They'll mark the ball officially at the Cleveland 46-yard line. That's where WPA will start their second drive of the day. Jones in the shotgun, one running back to each side. Cornish, the receiver, to the near side. Hurd to the far side. They'll hand this one off to the right side again with some room to run. Bounce and spin down near the 44-yard line. Pickup of 2 to be 2nd and 8 for WPA. Tyree Bush on the carry for the Wildcats. Wildcats right back to the same formation again. Here's second down. Under 5.5 minutes here left. Hand off the left side. This time going to test it. Be brought down by Cam Wells, but not before. We'll pick up a few yards down to the 39.
On that carry with another couple yards. Third down.
So 3rd and 4 for WPA. Just under 5 minutes to play here, first quarter. A little confusion on the personnel side for WPA, but they'll get that worked out as Jock Foster will make his way onto the field. Carswell and Hurd, the receivers to the far side. Now Carswell a little tighter to the tackle here. Jones in the shotgun, 3-step drop, looks out to his right, fires over the middle, and it's going to be knocked away by Craig Williams at the 35. Clock will stop with 4:25 left here, first quarter. That'll bring up 4th down for WPA, and we're going to have to assume that they're going to go for it. Warm day here down at Allison Park, right around 86 degrees at game time, but that is up here. I'm sure under the sun it's going to feel a little bit more than 90. Only advantage Cleveland, and they're all white.
4th down, Wildcats.
So it'll be Hurd, Carswell, and Cornish, the receivers to the far side. Single receiver to the near side. Jones in the shotgun. He'll clap for the snap. Fires out to the right side. Has a man wide open. Down the sideline. Caught. And into the end zone for the WPA touchdown. Damian Cornish on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Paul Jones gives WPA a 14-0 lead. 4:16 left here in the first quarter. WPA goes through receivers that far side for the first time today. And they find Cornish on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Paul Jones. WPA will go for 2. Try to make this 16-0 with 4:16 left. As they'll flip the formation now. Hurd will be the single receiver of the far side. 3 receivers to the near side. Jones in the shotgun. Jones taking his time. 3-step drop, looking out to his left. Pump fakes, under pressure, and he's just going to throw this one away into the turf. So no conversion on the attempt. 4:16 left here, first quarter. WPA takes a 14-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network. We're right back after this. At 2 Men in a Truck, we know moving is tough, but we make it easy. Whether your move is big or small, we'll make it a smooth one. We're the movers who care, and we'll prove it with our 96% referral rate and courteous professional movers. For your next move, call 2 Men in a Truck Youngstown, 330-758-2110. That's 330-758-2110, and go Phantoms!
This is number 56, Antoine Peterson, known as Tony Sweets. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia1 network.
4:16 left here, first quarter. Cobras down by a score of 14-0. Cobras trying to put this one away here to get the home field advantage in the playoffs. Worst case scenario, the Cobras would, if they should drop this contest, would fall to 7th. And ball, onside kick here. It's going to go off of a front lineman. WPA is going to recover it at the 48-yard line. And the Wildcats will take over.
Yeah, nobody saw that one coming.
Well, it looked like it maybe bounced off Quentin Wells. As the officials have discussed this, Kevin Green trying to get an explanation here, but I don't think any explanation is going to be satisfactory.
No, from the way it sounds, all they have to do is look at Quentin. They'll find the bruise, and that's where the ball hit him.
Yeah, not good here for Cleveland as WPA will get the free possession. 14-0 is the score. Now mark the ball officially at the 48-yard, well, maybe it's 49. So we really haven't needed the other end of the field here so far here in the first quarter. 4:12 left here in this first frame. Jones now in a shotgun, running back to each side. Hurd and Carswell will be the receivers. They'll pitch this one out on a jet sweep. Trying to get out towards the WPA sideline. Cuts back in. Craig Williams going to try to wrap him up. And he'll get right back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 10 for WPA. Little hesitation as they tried to give the ball to Hurd on the jet sweep.
Well, they're going to give him one on that, Jim. So,
He might have fallen forward for that one. That'll
yeah,
be a
he
generous
had to
spot
have.
for the Wildcats. Nonetheless, the story here, though, is the onside kick. I don't know if it was intentional or not. It looked like it went off Quentin Wells, but either way. 3:24 left here. First quarter. Corner single receiver to the near side now. Jones in a shotgun, one running back to each side. Some pressure being shown by Cleveland. 3-step drop. Jones looking out to the far side. And it's going to be bobbled and caught at the 20. Inside. Down inside the 10-yard line. Ball's loose. Ball's still loose. Cleveland going to pick it up in the end zone. No whistle. And the Cobras bringing this back here. The officials look like they're going with the Cobras. I think it'll be Craig Williams with the ball upended at the 39-yard line. And a big turn of events as Carswell looked like he was going into the end zone for an easy touchdown. And on the strip, Cleveland will return this one out near midfield. We'll see where they're going to mark it. Might be the 40-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be right at the 40, but how he dropped that and fumbled it in the end zone, no clue, because it didn't look like anybody touched him when he fumbled it.
Well, 2:48 here. Clock will stop. We'll have an official's timeout as we have a Cobra down on the far sideline.
What happened on that play?
That might be Craig Williams as our PA announcer starts to have a little fun with this.
Cobras got the turnover and we have a player down, so we're going to take a timeout for that.
So Craig Williams, who got the fumble return, a little shaken up on the play. He'll head to the sideline. However, the Cobras will have the ball. 2:48 left here, first quarter, at their own 40-yard line. And I guess there's a lesson right there in not giving up on the play.
Hey, like they say, play to the whistle.
Paul Jones with an effortless pass right down the Cobra sideline.
Now the Cobras, they have to take this possession. They've got to do something here.
Calhoun and Taylor, the receivers, to the far side. Thompson and Wise to the near side. Washington to the right of Thompson in the shotgun. 1st and 10 for Cleveland. WPA showing pressure. 3-step drop, looking to his left. Under pressure, slips a tackle, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Ball loose, and it's going to be covered up in the backfield by Cleveland. That could have been disastrous. There were no options really, and Ford slapped Thompson to get the ball too, but it looked like Taylor Johnson covered up the ball in the backfield there.
I want to say that was Buck Murchison.
They'll mark it at the 32. So a loss of 8 on the play. 2nd and 18 now for Cleveland. 2:18 left here, first quarter. Cobras trailing by a score of 14-0. Beautiful day here down in the Keystone State. However, heat, the story of the game here. Somewhat humid. Back to the pistol formation. As Calhoun now will be the tailback. Twin receivers to the near side. They'll stack him. That'll be Thompson and Wise. Thompson taking his time, trying to give some last-minute instructions. Juwan Washington now going to be the fullback for Cleveland. Thompson looking for the quick pass. He'll tuck it, take it himself, and get up to the 30. He may have lost a yard on the play. Actually, they're going to say he lost 2. They'll mark this at the 30. So 3rd and 20 for Cleveland. This drive starting at the 40-yard line. Cleveland is going to take their first time out of the half. 1:17 left here, first quarter. WPA with a 14-0 lead over the Cobras. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway Club Fitting Center, and an Odyssey Fitting Studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network. Go Cobras.
Tyree Knight bringing us back out of the timeout here. 1:17 left here, first quarter. Cobras trail by a score of 14-0. WPA scoring at 8:48 of the first quarter. Tyree Bush on a 2-yard run. And Carswell with the 2-point conversion gave WPA the 8-0 lead. And at 4:16 of the first quarter, and be Damian Cornish on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Paul Jones. Did not convert on a 2-point conversion, and that's where we get our 14-0 score in favor of the WPA Wildcats. Cornelius Strickland now in the play, on the field here. Trip receivers in the near side. Calhoun, Strickland, and Wise to the near side. Washington will be to the left of Thompson in the shotgun. 3rd and 20 for Cleveland. 1:17 left here, first quarter. Pressure being shown by WPA. 3-step drop by Thompson, going to fire out, and that's caught by Strickland. Strickland trying to make a few moves, but he'll be brought down by a trio of WPA Wildcats led by Devontae Brownfield. So they'll mark the ball at the 35-yard line. They have to get to the 50 for the first down, so we'll see if they decide to punt this one. Pooch kicked it the last time. And it looks like they're going to keep Dave Thompson on the field. As Tamir Stevens will make his way onto the field as well. So Cleveland not doing much with the turnover. Greg Williams returning that fumble all the way to the 40-yard line after picking it up in the end zone. So twin receivers to each side. It'll be Wise and Strickland to the near side. Calhoun and Stevens to the far side for Cleveland. Javon Washington will remain the running back with Thompson. Thompson looking around. Looks like he might kick this one. He's a little bit deep there. And we're going to have a flag on the play. Came out instantly at the snap. So it's going to take a WPA bounce and then a Cleveland bounce back to the 35-yard line. And we'll see what the flag is. See if it's going to be an encroachment on WPA. We'll see what the call is. And Thompson, by his body language, believing it's going to be against Cleveland. So the official trying to get everybody to hold up here a minute so he can get that sorted out. So from our referee, all right, so too many people in the backfield. And that'll bring us to the end of the second quarter here in Allison Park.
The Wildcats will start the second period on offense.
All right, so it doesn't look like they're going to make them re-kick it. We'll figure it all out on the other side of this break. You were listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
First and 10. Paul Jones with the snap. Couldn't handle it. Going to be brought down in the backfield. Joe Barrico on the tackle, assisted by Stevens and Quentin Wells.
Fumbled snap there. It'll be second and long.
They'll call it a fumbled snap here. It looked like Jones maybe taking his eye off the ball a little bit. Was looking downfield. They'll mark it at the 29, or excuse me, at the 34-yard line. 14:33 left here in this second quarter. If you're just joining us here from J.C. Stone Field in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. WPA Wildcats with a 14-0 lead over the Cobras. Cobras coming in at 4-3. The Wildcats at 3-4. So twin receivers to the far side now. Jones in the shotgun. Single receiver to the near side. Jones looking for the receiver down on WPA sideline. It's going to be caught. And they're going to say incomplete. Out of bounds, but an outstanding effort by Ricardo Simmons. As he reached back to bring that one in, Cam McCauley on the coverage. McCauley, using the sideline as an extra defender, was able to get him out of bounds. The officials will say no reception. It'll bring up 3rd and 15. 3rd and 16, excuse me, for WPA. 14:05 left here, second quarter. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. McCauley squeezing the receiver to the boundary. So 3rd and 16 now for WPA. Hurd and Simmons will be the twin receivers to the near side. Simmons will make his way to the other side now. Hurd will be one-on-one with Cam McCauley. Jones back to pass, looks out to his left, fires. Caught at the 36-yard line, brought across the middle, and brought down at the 37-yard line. That was going to be Simmons on the reception.
Paul Jones pass back to Ricardo.
And that's going to bring up 4th down for WPA. We'll see if they'll punt this one away. Leading by 2 scores. 13:43 left here, second quarter. Looks like a little confusion here as Paul Jones is going to take a seat there. Looked like he had a cramp in his calf. And it'll be an official's timeout with 13:28 here. I'm not sure about that one. But Jones, a big guy there, going to make his way up.
Yeah, he kind of was standing there, then just kind of sat down when the coach walked out, and then now he just kind of got back up again.
The old Mizell Arrington special, maybe. I hope that Mizell's listening. Those cramps will sneak up on you from time to time.
Yeah. By doing that, he does have to come out for one play. So,
all right, so we would assume, conventionally speaking, that this will be a punting situation for WPA. 13:28 left here in the second quarter. You're up by 2 touchdowns. Tyree Bush making his way into the huddle. And we'll get the whistle for play from the from the referee. Looking down at Johnny Ray, sitting there thinking, we'll get it from the head coach. And they'll go from a punt formation. Although the punter only about 7 or 8 yards deep. And it'll be a rugby-style kick. It'll be a line drive down to the 30-yard line. Craig Williams tried to pick it up, but it's going to roll out of bounds at the 24-yard line. That's where Cleveland will take over, 1st and 10 with 12:59 left here in this second quarter. I think this is the first time we actually turned the camera to our right for either team.
Yes,
We stayed on the side of the field. We've worn out the turf on this end. We'll give it a shot on the other end. Thank you for joining in, whether you're watching on Facebook Live or listening in on Live 365 or even YouTube. Not a bad crowd here in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. A little bit of a quiet crowd here. They might be the heat.
Yeah, they're
keeping
baking.
everybody in check. Tyree Knight will be the single receiver to the near side. And Abe Taylor will now come in at the slot. Twin receivers on the far side. It'll be Strickland and Wise. Thompson in the shotgun. He'll take his time here and wait for believe he's waiting for the official to give the whistle for play, but here we go. Washington to his right. 1st and 10 from the 24-yard line. Thompson. Quick pass out to the far side, picked up by Wise. Wise trying to make a move. He's going to drop the ball. Did it go out of bounds? And no, it's going to be picked up by WPA, a turnover. Matt Wise drops it on the turf on the Cleveland sideline. Wildcats will recover it. They'll get the ball. With only 26 yards to go. So turnovers by both teams here in this first half. 12:51 left here, second quarter. WPA, it'll look like, yep, they'll mark this exactly at the 26-yard line.
Just more of those mental mistakes.
Yeah, ball security an issue. Hard to score points when you don't have the ball.
Wildcats will start with good field
Matt Wise,
position
usually
at
a
the
very
Cobra
dependable
26.
receiver.
I have to go back and look at it. I don't know if he actually dropped it or if it was kind of raked out.
Well, either way, we know one thing.
We
It'll
don't
be the
have the
Wildcats
ball.
with the ball. So twin receivers to the near side. Hurd will be the slot. Charles Green will be the receiver to the outside now. Jones in the shotgun. Two running backs to each side. Single receiver to the far side. Jones taking his time. He'll scan the Cleveland defense. Jones back to pass, looking out to his right, looking down the sideline, and it overthrew his receiver. Closest person to it was going to be Tamir Stevens from Cleveland.
Paul Jones
That'll bring
pass
up 2nd and 10
intended for number 1, Raphael.
for WPA. Looked like Hurd and Jones weren't on the same page on that one. Had Tamir Stevens look over his shoulder, or maybe could have gotten himself turned around, might have had a shot at an interception. But Jones will bring this play now in from the sideline from the Wildcats. 12:46 left here, second quarter. Clock will stop. Cornish, the single receiver to the far side now for the Wildcats. Twin receivers to the near side. Jones in the shotgun. There go max protection. Jones, again, looking for the same pattern. It fires over the middle, intended for Hurd, and it's going to be dropped. Stevens in the area again for Cleveland. Looked like Jones overthrew that. Maybe he didn't get his feet set, but
Paul Jones again incomplete.
nonetheless, 3rd and 10
Third down Wildcats.
with the ball at the Cleveland 26-yard line. 12:42 left here after WPA gets the turnover. Deep in Cleveland territory. Third and 10. They'll have to get to the Cleveland 16-yard line for a first down. Jones in the shotgun. Again, single receiver to the far side. Twin receivers to the near side. Jones, 3-step drop again. Fire down the sideline. Trying to test Cam McCauley again. It's going to be knocked away. That's going to bring up 4th down for WPA. Cam McCauley on the defense for Cleveland.
Paul Jones pass intended for number 5, Chuck Buck. That'll bring up a Wildcats 4th down.
Charles Green, the intended receiver, but Cam McCauley having a good game here so far for the Cobras. Terry Hosey also over in the area. As E.J. Bibbs will come in to spell Cam Wells. And WPA will take a timeout here. 12:36 left here, second quarter.
Timeout Wildcats.
We'll step aside for a break. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
This is number 56, Antoine Peterson, known as Tony Sweets. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia1 Network.
Tony Sweets bringing us back here from the break. I don't believe Tony with us today, as the Cobras trail the WPA Wildcats by a score of 14-0. Cleveland getting the ball to start the game. Couldn't do anything with it. WPA getting 2 touchdowns. They convert on 1 2-point conversion, making it 14-0. Jones now in the shotgun. John Bynum to his right. You'll have triple receivers to the near side. First time we'll see that from Jones. Jones 3-step drop. He'll fire out near the first down, and it looks like they'll get it at the 15-yard line.
So, yeah, receiver just went straight to 15, sat there, waited for it, caught it, laid down. No, as long as you get the first down.
Just trying to find the markers there. Quick hitch. And WPA will have the ball 1st and 10 at the Cleveland 15-yard line. 12:05 left here in this first half. Paul Jones with plenty of time to throw back there. It'll be Barrico, Bibbs, and Kevin Green, the front three for Cleveland. Jones now in the shotgun, 1 running back to each side, twin receivers to the near side. Now hand it off the right side, cut back inside, and into the end zone. Oh, might be just short, down to the 1-yard line. 14-yard pickup. And it'll be 1st and goal at the 1 for WPA.
On the carry, gets close to the goal line.
Didn't get the number on the carry. Do apologize for that. So 1st and goal at the 1 for WPA. Keep wanting to look to the side here for the scoreboard, but here at J.C. Stone Field, right across from us. So twin receivers to the near side. As Jones now wait for the snap. Now hand it off at the left side. He'll go down. And did the knee go down before he went? They're going to say no, touchdown, WPA.
Number 34.
And it'll be
Wildcats.
the Wildcats with a 20-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Sean Dixon Roberts. Oh, excuse me. Cholo Pernazzi will get the touchdown for WPA. So 1-yard run. For the Wildcats. Puts them up by a score of 20-0. Wildcats will go for 2. Jones now in the shotgun. He'll plant his feet, scanning the field under pressure. Dropping back, you're going to scramble to the far side, throw it into the corner of the end zone and overthrow everybody. And it'll be no good, 10:52.
Flag on the try.
Flag coming up on the play, though. Excuse me, almost a coughing episode there, right here on the air. No problem here, so we'll see where the flag is. Came in the backfield. I'm going to assume this is going to be a hold against WPA. Cleveland will decline that, and your score will remain 20-0. 10:52 left here in this first half. Cleveland trails WPA by a score of 20-0. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 Network. We're right back after this.
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our #1 priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
This is number 79, Josh Jackson, and you're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia1 Network. Let's get it.
10:52 left here, second quarter. Cleveland trailing by a score of 20-0. Wildcats get a 1-yard run into the end zone, but can't convert on the 2-point conversion. As Lanier will kick this one off for the Wildcats. Calhoun, the closest one to the ball. He'll pick this one up near the 15-yard line. And he'll break one tackle. Looking to get upfield. He'll go backwards to the 20-yard line. And that's where Cleveland will start this drive. First and 10, 10:39 left here in this first half. Cobras with a 20-0 deficit. And the more we talk about some of the folks in here for Cleveland, the more you can see how short they are coming in here. A lot of the starting names for Cleveland not available today, apparently. I want to remind you, coming up here in the month of August, Ohio high school football will get underway. Some big matchups here on Western Reserve Radio, Western Reserve Radio 2, Sports Radio 1240, and WRQX AM 600. Calhoun now will be the running back to the right of Thompson in the shotgun. Twin receivers to each side for Cleveland. Thompson with the handoff. I believe that's going to be Tyree Knight trying to get to the outside, past the 25, near the 26-yard line. Pickup of 6. Flag on the play, though. I thought the preliminary here indication was a hold. And indeed, a hold against Cleveland. So the ball will come back, and the flags rear their ugly heads one more time.
Still first down.
So they're going to mark the ball at the 10-yard line. First and 20 for Cleveland as they continue to work behind the line to gain markers. Strickland and Knight, the twin receivers to the near side. Calhoun remain in the backfield. Thompson in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the far side. They'll send Knight in motion from left to right. Thompson back to pass, fires on the slant, and incomplete pass intended for Strickland at the 20. Would have put him near the original line of scrimmage, but that ball bounced off the turf before it hits the hands of Cornelius Strickland. It'll bring up second and 20 for Cleveland. 10:01 left here, first half. WPA with a 20-0 lead. Paul Jones having a day for the Wildcats. So 2-by-2 again for the receivers. Calhoun still in the backfield with Thompson. Second and 20 for Cleveland. Some movement up front. And we'll see who they're going to call this one on. The officials will meet at midfield to talk this one over as the head linesman and line judge will come together. And this one's going to move back again. So second and 25 for Cleveland. Thompson with that hard count even gets his own players sometimes.
Ball start on the Cobras. We'll push him back another 5 yards.
So second and 25 is Cleveland working with their back to their own end zone. Cobras enter week 8 at 4-3. And get the win over the Mahoning Valley Federals 2 weeks ago and dropped their home contest to the Columbus Fire last Saturday. As of trips receivers to the far side this time. No receiver to the near side. Calhoun still in the shotgun. To the left of Thompson. Thompson, 3-step drop. Looking downfield, fires over the middle. And that's going to be caught on a tip at the 27-yard line. That's going to be make it a much more manageable third down as D'Angelo Thompson brings in the pass. And we'll see where they're going to mark it at. They had to get to the 31 for a first down. And the official will bring it back to the 27-yard line. 9:36 left here as the clock will continue to run. Thompson on a strike from his own end zone. 3rd and 3. They'll make it 3rd and 4 for Cleveland. They'll go 3 receivers to the far side this time. No receivers to the near side. Thompson in his shotgun. Calhoun in the backfield. They'll give it to Calhoun. He'll fight his way forward, and he should have enough for the first down. Indeed, they do. So Cleveland fights their way out of the 2nd and 25 after a couple of penalties, after a hold and a false start. Playbook opens up a little bit more on that first down. Murchison coming out for WPA now. He'll head to the sideline. Hand off to Calhoun again. Actually, Dave Thompson will pull it, and he'll pick up a yard or 2 on the play. 2nd down for Cleveland. Call it 2nd and 9 for the Cobras as the clock continues to run. 8:17 left here in this second frame. We'll talk about some of the great high school football games coming up here in August as this summer continues to dwindle away. Matt Wise now, the receiver to the far side. Actually, go trip receivers to the far side again. Abe Taylor will be the tight end to the near side. Thompson will plant his feet, fire out to his right, and it's going to go through the hands of Matt Wise at the 45. Would have been enough for a first down, but 3rd and 8
intended for number 19.
For the Cobras.
It'll be 3rd and 7 Cobras.
7:39 left here. Clock will stop on the incomplete pass. About an hour into this game. Still 7.5 minutes left in this first half, so. Clock continuing to run slowly here. Cleveland will stay in that trips formation to the far side, again with Abe Taylor at the left tight end. .739 left here. Thompson will take his time. Pressure being shown by the Wildcats up front. Thompson stepping up in the pocket under pressure, going to fire, and he's going to throw it behind his receiver near the midfield stripe. Pass was intended for Jerry Cecil, couldn't complete on it. That'll bring up 4th down for Cleveland.
That'll bring up 4th down.
And it looks like they'll send on, I believe they're going to send on the punting team. One of the last few times it's been Dave Thompson on the pooch kick. Sean Dixon Roberts back to return for WPA. He'll post up around his own 40-yard line. Cleveland will go into a huddle. I don't know if they're trying to see if they can find an opening or a read before they decide to kick it. Dontrell Nalling on. He's usually the long snapper on the punt team. If you're just joining here, Ben Lyons not available this week as well. Tamir Stevens will be the receiver to the far side. Jerry Cecil now will come out near the hash marks to the near side. Thompson back into punt formation. Thompson with the hard count. He'll rugby style kick this one. It's going to be picked up at the 40. And covered up, bobbled a little bit there. Kind of an awkward kick, came off of his toe. Didn't go far. Javon Washington on the tackle for WPA. Taylor on a recovery for WPA. The Wildcats will start 1st and 10 in Cleveland territory again. 7:27 left here, second quarter. Wildcats would get on the board at 8:48 of the first quarter on a 2-yard run by Bush. Carswell would help him convert on the 2-point conversion, giving WPA the 8-0 lead, and there were 4:16 left in that first frame. Cornish will be on the receiving end of a Paul Jones pass, a 40-yarder. That would put the Wildcats up 14-0. They would not convert on the 2-point conversion. And then in the second quarter, it would be the Wildcats getting in on a 1-yard run, extending their lead to 20-0. So 1st and 10 for WPA at the Cleveland 40-yard line. Jones in the shotgun. They'll hand it off the right side. Some room to run. Pick up a couple yards on the play. Cam Wells and Quentin Wells collaborating on the tackle. They'll mark the ball at the 39. They'll call it a pickup of 1. 2nd and 9 now for WPA. Charles Green will bring the play in from the sideline. Also want to welcome in 12-ounce Sports, as well as Snowman Multimedia. Thanks for joining us here in Week 8. Jones now will hand this one off the left side, and they'll spin and turn past the 35, down to the 34. Tyree Bush on the run for the Wildcats. 3rd down now for the Wildcats. Call it 3rd and 4. Maybe 3rd and 5, depending on where they want to post this at. Actually put it to 34, need to get to the 30 for the 1st down. Green again bringing the play in from the sideline for the Wildcats. Wildcats with a little bit of an advantage here, a little shadier over on their sideline. A little sunnier over there on the Cleveland side. Ralph Hall now the receiver to the far side. Jones in the shotgun. He'll hand it off the right side. He'll cut it back inside. And it'll bring up 4th down, be a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
34 again with the
I'm actually going to say he got to the 31. They'll need to get to the 34 the 1st down, so you got to assume that they're going to go for it here on 4th down. 5:32 left here, second quarter. Cleveland trails by a score of 20-0. Cobra's looking to finish above 500 for the 2024 season. Hall again, a receiver to the far side. Trip receivers to the near side. Jones in the shotgun. One running back to his left. Believe that'll be Operanosy. Pass over the middle, going to be caught at the 27-yard line. Plenty for a 1st down. Stevens on the reception. Tried to fight for the ball, but Simmons with the reception for the Wildcats. Gives WAPA a 1st down. They'll continue this drive. 4:45 left here, second quarter. Wildcats 20, Cobras nothing. Let's see if we can start to get you some scores from around the area. Big game going on up there in Erie as the Express hosts the Columbus Fire. Ball marked at the 27-yard line. The twin receivers to the far side this time. Jones in the shotgun, one running back to his left. Trip receivers now to the far side. They'll want to slot. They'll pitch this one out, trying to find some room to run. Getting near the Cleveland Cobra sideline. They're going to drag this one out. He's going to go out of bounds, and unfortunately the line judge, or the head linesman's going to go with him. Kevin Green and crew stretching that one out. I believe that was going to be Malik Gaddy. At least somebody wearing Malik Gaddy's number. As we have an official's timeout. Beth Betancourt going to check on, I believe, one of the officials.
Timeout on the field.
Sometimes you just got to drop that stick, get out of the way. So we'll give him an A for heart. Six-man crew today, so if something happens, we go back down to the normal 5-man crew. Paul Jones over there checking on him as well. Good sportsmanship by the WPA quarterback. Trying to maybe buy some credit. Can't blame a guy for trying. I believe the Erie Express Columbus game has not gotten underway yet. It might be a 6:30 kickoff. Looks like they are going through the introductions up there in Erie. If you've ever been to an Express game, quite the show up there. Paul Pennington running a great program there. Just about, what is it, an hour and a half from here? 2 hours from here, Dave? To Erie?
From here?
Yep.
Yeah, about an hour and a half, straight up 79.
So Jones now in a shotgun, 3-step drop, fires out to his right, and that ball's going to be knocked away. Cam McCauley on the defense again. McCauley having himself a day. McCauley kind of protesting. Okay, no big deal there. We thought that maybe he thought there was a flag coming in, but nonetheless, again, McCauley having a great day here. Another defensive breakup for the Cobra defensive back. So 3rd and 12 for WPA. 3.5 minutes left here first half. And we'll try to keep you updated on the score from Erie. Jones now in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Moving left to right on your devices. Again, if you're on Live 365. I'll hand it off this time. Straight up the middle. Spin move. Ball's loose on the turf. And it's going to be picked up by Cleveland. I believe that's going to be Kevin Green on the recovery. A big hit by somebody in a white jersey. Knocks that ball loose. Chanello Upper-Nosey, I believe, was on the run. And Kevin Green does get the recovery. Cleveland with their second turnover of second takeaway of the day. At 3:17 of the second quarter, we'll stall out the WPA drive. Cleveland looking to do something with this. They will have to kick off at the beginning of the second half. So 1st and 10 from the Cleveland 22-yard line. A little bit of a delay here. Cleveland now will break the huddle. Strickland, the lone receiver to the near side. Thompson in the shotgun. He has Washington back there with him. He'll move him from the right side to the left side. Thompson taking his time. He'll give him the hard count. 3-step drop again, looking for Strickland on the comeback. Strickland was looking to go on the post, and it looked like Thompson was waiting for a hitch. 2nd and 10 for Cleveland, so Thompson and Strickland not on the same page. Strickland getting more playing time as the weeks have gone on here. See an introduction of Chris Ford, affectionately known as 54 Erie, coming up there, former member of the Western Reserve Scourge. And Cleveland will take a timeout. 3:13 left here, second quarter. Cobras trail by a score of 20-0. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, a part of the iMedia1 network.
You hear it all the time. Why Youngstown State University? Here's why. Because when it comes to engineering, medicine, sports, business, and the skills you need to take your place in the world, we take a backseat to nobody. Because we're the kind of people who look out for each other. Because we care about you, your success, and our future together. We are Youngstown State University, and now you know why.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network. Go Cobras.
3:13 left here, first half. Cobras with the ball, second and 10. After an incomplete pass. Cobras down 3 scores at this point. And we'll have to kick off in the second half, so not a whole lot going for the visitors. Strickland again will be the receiver to the near side. Washington will remain in the backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, moving right to left. Thompson in the shotgun. He'll plant his feet, looking out to his right. And again, a miss. Pass was intended for Matt Wise. Again, I don't know if there was a miscommunication on there or the pass was just thrown behind Wise, but tried to hit him at the 30-yard line, couldn't connect. That'll bring up 3rd and 10 for Cleveland. Cobras will have to get to the 32-yard line for a first down. Wise will head to the sideline. He'll take a breather. Targeted several times today. D'Angelo Thompson now the single receiver to the near side. Trip receivers to the far side. Calhoun will be the slot. Thompson in the shotgun. Washington to the left of Thompson. He'll move over to the right. Thompson, quick pass over the right side, intended for Calhoun. Flag on the play. They have an illegal formation here. We'll see what the call is. The referee will check with the head linesman. Some confusion there as he'll call in the officials to conference at the hash marks. Flag came out right at the snap, so maybe too many men on the field. So an illegal shift coming up against Cleveland. That will knock them back 5, so back into the 3rd and 15 situation for the Cobras. And WPA says they will decline it. They'll take the result of the play. It'll be 4th down and 10 for Cleveland.
Decline penalty will bring up 4th and 10 for the Cobras.
Thompson will head back into punt formation. Hurd will make his way onto the field for WPA.
And the Cobras will take their last time out here.
Okay, 3rd timeout taken by Cleveland. 2:58 left here in this first half. Cobras trail by a score of 20-0. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You are listening to Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 Network. We'll be right back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Cobras on to punt here, 4th down. Some pressure showing up front, movement, but no flag on the play. And it's going to be an odd kick. It'll make it past the midfield stripe, picked up at the 45. Brought into Cleveland territory at the 45. They'll head towards the Cobra sideline near the 40. 35-30 and tripped up at the 29-yard line. And fire will start again in Cobra territory with 2:43 left here in this first half. That's going to be Charles Green on the return for the WPA Wildcats. So I believe that'll be a net gain, depending on where they mark it. Ball was at the 22-yard line. They're going to mark it at the 27, so that'll be a net gain of 5 yards. .243 left here as we keep an eye on the Erie Express Columbus Fire game. That one just about to kick off here. That game in Erie, Pennsylvania today. As Jones will be in the shotgun, Bynum to his right. Trip receivers to the near side. Jones, three-step drop, looking out to his right, fires over the middle, and that's going to be caught by Drew Carswell and brought down inside the 20 at the 8-yard line.
Pass caught by Drew Carswell, but there is a flag on the play.
Dontrell Nalling on the tackle, but flag on the play as we have a player down for Cleveland. Beth Betancourt will come in and check on Craig Williams. Craig going to head to the sideline there, whatever it was. Wasn't too bad, thankfully. See what the flag is here as our referee confers with his crew on the near hash marks. So, illegal substitution against Cleveland. And are they going to enforce the penalty here? It still looks like it's 1st and 10. Nope, they'll move the ball now. It'll be 1st and 5.
For the Wildcats now.
For WPA, 2:35 left here, first quarter. Jones in the shotgun. Again, Bynum to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side for the Wildcats. Jones back to pass. Fires down the sideline into the end zone. And it's going to be knocked away again by Cam McCauley, on fire today in the Cleveland secondary. And that's probably his third or fourth pass defense today. I believe the pass was intended for Ralph Hall. So 2nd and 5 now for the Wildcats. Jones waiting for the snap. 3 receivers to the near side. Now hand it off this time up the middle. And WPA going to drag this one down past the 10-yard line to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal for the Wildcats. 2:05 left here in this first half. Keep an eye on the Columbus-Erie game. Erie will start the game start the game with the ball. That's easy for me to say. I'll actually move the ball back to the 9 now. It'll be 1st and goal at the 9-yard line for WPA. 1:45. Here's the clock continues to run. Three receivers to the near side. That'll include Hall and Carswell. Quick pass over the middle, going to be caught. I thought there was some motion up there. I don't think anybody caught it, but Carswell off the right side was in tight. And they'll get the 9-yard touchdown reception. And that'll give the Wildcats a 26-0 lead with 1:15 left here first quarter. And WPA will go for 2 here to make it an even 4-touchdown lead over the visiting Cleveland Cobras. Jones now in the shotgun, running back to his left. 3 receivers to the near side. They'll hand it off the right side, trying to get into the end zone. And he's going to drive his legs, but cannot get in. And they're going to say, yeah, he was able to put the ball over the goal line. They'll say he broke the plane. That'll make it 28-0.
Ref rules he broke the plane.
With 1:15 left here in this first half, WPA takes a 26-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 network. Go Cobras.
1:15 left here in this first half. WPA takes a 28-0 lead over the Cobras. 9-yard touchdown pass from Paul Jones to Carswell. Carswell nearly having to pick that one up off the carpet, but was able to bring it in. And Drew Carswell gets the touchdown for the Wildcats. They get the 2-point conversion. 28-0 is your score. Cleveland 1:15 left to work here in the first half. I believe Mike Lanier will kick this one off. Straight on kicker for the Wildcats. Don't see that very often. Tyree Knight, Emma Calhoun to return for Cleveland. Calhoun marked up right around his own 19-yard line. This one will be picked up by Wise on a short kick. He'll bring it to the far side. Room to run. He'll spin and get out to the 47-yard line. That's where Cleveland will take over 1st and 10 with 1:06 left here in the first half. So decent field position for the Cobras to maybe try to do something here, but field goal not an option as Ben Lyons not making the trip today to Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Here on a very warm day on this last weekend of regular season Tri-Point Football League action. And we'll keep an eye on you for you on the Columbus-Erie game. So they're actually going to mark the ball at the 48. They'll give him another yard credit with 1:06 left here in the half. Cleveland, for whatever reason, huddling up about 15 yards behind the line of scrimmage. So Knight and Strickland, twin receivers to the near side. Calhoun will remain the running back. Single receiver to the far side, but they also have Abe Taylor in as a tight end on the right side of that line. Thompson waiting for the snap. Quick pass out to Strickland. Strickland going to spin to the outside, cut back in, and get near the 50-yard line down at the 49 on the Cleveland side of the ball. Clock will continue to run with 56 seconds left. I don't believe Cobras have. Not sure if they got any timeouts left, to be quite honest. So not a whole lot of urgency here as the clock continues to run with 40 seconds left in the first half. Cleveland will go to the huddle, ball marked at the WPA 49-yard line. Jerry Cecil, the receiver to the far side this time. Strickland and Knight, twin receivers to the near side. Abe Taylor remained the tight end on the right. Thompson in a shotgun. WPA showing pressure up front. Option to the right side. Thompson's going to keep it himself, and he'll get near a first down. We'll see if he'll have enough for it. Had to get to the 42. They're going to say no, he's a yard short. 5 seconds left as Thompson tries to get him to the line. And Dave Thompson tried to take a timeout. Not sure if they gave it to him or if they ended the half. And I believe they're going to end the half. I see the umpire picked up the ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they had to end the half. The Cobras didn't have any timeouts left.
So under normal circumstances, that might be an unsportsmanlike conduct call, but I think we're going to head to the half here where the WPA Wildcats, they'll take a 28-0 lead into the locker room. We will step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap. Maybe talk a little bit of Erie Express Columbus Fire football. That's a lot of consonants in there. All that and much more coming up here on the halftime show. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
The Mahoning Valley's leader for golf, Milk Creek Golf Course, is now booking tee times for 2024. We offer stay and play opportunities available with 9 area hotel partners. For more information, visit our website at millcreekmetroparks.org. Also, look for new, exciting opportunities coming soon, including an indoor player development center with Trackman, an indoor Callaway club fitting center, and an Odyssey fitting studio in 2024. Follow us on Facebook at Milk Creek Golf Course or call 330-740-7112. Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
Halftime continues here at J.C. Stonefield in Allison Park, PA, where the WPA Wildcats, they have a 28-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Scoring went like this. It'd be Tyree Bush getting into the end zone on a 2-yard run. That would come at 8:48 of the first quarter. They would add a 2-point conversion via a Carswell reception. At 4:16 of the first quarter, it'd be Damian Cornish on a 40-yard touchdown pass from Paul Jones. That will put the Wildcats up by a score of 14-0. They would not convert on the 2-point conversion. In the second quarter, I keep saying want to say the Fire, Dave, not good. The Wildcats would get in the end zone on a 1-yard run that would increase their lead.
Your phone.
I'm telling you, trying to keep track of both games there. And then finally at 1:15 of the first half, it'd be Carswell on a 9-yard touchdown reception from Paul Jones. They would get the 2-point conversion, and that would make the score 28-0. We're going to step aside one last time. When we come back, we'll have the second half kickoff here from J.C. Stonefield in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, all a part of the iMedia1 network.
Youngstown, Warren, and Salem's local and national sports talk can be found on TuneIn and the Live 365 app at Western Reserve Radio. WRDB, The Scourge. Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Golf in the Mahoning Valley starts at Mill Creek Golf Course. Come out to the 36 beautiful hole design course by Donald Ross, and golf lessons are available by calling the team shop at 330-740-7112. Don't forget about family fun nights on Friday and Saturday evenings, a family of 4 with cart for only $25. Or visit the Wick Recreation Area and the lighted Par 3 course. Book your tee time today at 330-740-7112 or online at millcreekmetroparks.org.
Hello, Kubo. What have you got planned for today?
Come on, this way.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
It's the most powerful magic there is.
Head outside to discover incredible animals.
Wow.
And beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure. So grab your loved ones and explore a world of possibilities. Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the U.S. Forest Service.
My teacher said that we should have a plan in case of an emergency. Do we have one?
First thing I'm gonna do is grab a flashlight with dead batteries.
I'm going to start randomly throwing clothes in the bag. You two will be hiding in the closet and Dad won't be able to find you.
And that's when we both start crying.
Uncontrollably. Can you pass the cutlets?
Winging it is not an emergency plan. Make sure your kids know what to do during an emergency, who to call, where to meet, what to pack. Search Ready Kids at nyc.gov or call 311. Brought to you by the New York City Office of Emergency Management and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
This is Mario Andretti. You know me as a race car driver, but I'm also a Meals on Wheels volunteer. I've raced against the sport's biggest personalities, but I've never met more vibrant, amazing people than the seniors served by Meals on Wheels. You can make a difference by dropping off a hot meal and saying a quick hello. So, America, let's do lunch. Volunteer your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org.
This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
People been saying to your friend, get a different face, and posting on their feed, they're super ugly. The things they say to them online are cruel and they're not true. So tell your friend, I'll stand up for you. Don't worry, I know what to do.
Know someone being bullied online? You can be a witness and make a difference by letting the world know it isn't cool and by letting your friend know you care. Learn more at eyewitnessbullying.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council.
Hope you enjoyed your meal. And I just want to say, he's lucky to have a brother like you.
Lucky? Caring for my brother is far from easy. But he's a part of me, like my arms and legs, so I'll be his. No time for tired. Nothing can disable this love. He needs me, but I'm the lucky one, even though I need help now and then.
If you're caring for a loved one, visit aarp.org/caregiving for care guides and community. Support for your strength. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
Listen to Grove City College football all season long right here on Western Reserve Radio. Play action for East with time down the field. Got him in stride. That's Drake. 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Cameron Drake. Give it to Schools across the 50. 45, 40. He's gone. 30, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Wesley Schools. Listen to head coach Andrew DiDonato and the Grove City College Wolverines all year long right here on Western Reserve Radio.
Allison is perfect. I mean, she'd never tell you that. She's humble and perfect. She likes everyone. She even likes her untidy roommate's weird guinea pig. Allison, wait, are you texting and driving? Allison, no. That's the exact opposite of what I was just saying about you. Why, Allison? Why? Texting and driving makes good people look bad. Visit StopTextStopWrecks.org, brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
I'm Paul George of the Indiana Pacers. When I was 6, my days were spent playing basketball. When I was 6, my dream was to make it to the NBA. When I was 6, my mom had a stroke. So I want you to learn to spot a stroke fast. F-A-S-T. F, face drooping. A, arm weakness. S, speech difficulty. T, time to call 911. I'm Paul George. Spot a stroke fast. Visit strokeassociation.org. Brought to you by the American Stroke Association and the Ad Council.
My name is Lola Silvestri, and I'm going to be 95 this year. I was very independent. I fell, and I had to have Meals on Wheels. America, let's do lunch.
1 in 6 seniors faces the threat of hunger, and millions more live in isolation. Drop off a hot meal and say a quick hello. Volunteer for Meals on Wheels by donating your lunch break at americaletsdolunch.org. This message brought to you by Meals on Wheels America and the Ad Council.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Third quarter action coming up here from J.C. Stonefield in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Jim Craven with you along with Dave Ferris, making the trip down here on this beautiful afternoon as the Cobras, they trail the WPA Wildcats by a score of 28-0. Wildcats will get the ball to start the second half. Paul Jones offensively for the Wildcats having a day, and over defensively for the Cobras, Cam McCauley making himself known. 3 or 4 plays defense, balls defensed, as Cobra's looking for an answer to get into the end zone here. They'll kick this one off third quarter, keeping an eye on the Columbus-Erie game. Right now there's about just under 10 minutes left in the first quarter, no score, as the Columbus Fire will have the ball at the Erie 37-yard line. Fire on the drive. Have to take a look, see Brandon Hanna's at quarterback today. Of course, we now know Brandon Hanna from Jefferson High School up there in Ashtabula, where is the
man
head
of
football
many
coach.
things.
He has many things. I believe he's the athletic director now, and the, if I understood, the
tennis
basketball coach,
or
something like that.
Tennis coach. Mark had a whole list. Mark's got the whole list of his. Mark's got his resume. Let's just put it
he
out.
built a whole resume in
did.
one place like that, but stepped in when they took on the Cleveland Cobras. Looked like he hadn't missed a beat as the Cobras get ready to kick this one off. WPA on the return team. Looks like that's going to be a Devontae Brownfield and Raphael Hurd to return for the Wildcats. Looks like Lamoris Dillard, the center, is going to have to kick off. And Cobras will have to get their tee back from the Wildcats now.
We want to give a special thank you to Frank Fabis and Frank Roche for our team photography this year. Contact Frank.
Once at the end of this game, stay tuned to our social media as we try to figure out where the Cobras will be in Week 1 of the Tri-Point Football League playoffs.
gmail.com for any of your special
our understanding, and
professional photography.
I'm not sure how this will work, but if there are 3 teams at 4 and 4, there will be a coin toss to determine seeding. We were trying to figure that one out. Maybe we'll get some clarification during the week, see how that works out, as Lamoris Dillard will try to kick this one off for Cleveland. This one going to be a line drive, hitting at the 30, going to roll back to the 15, picked up by Hurd. Hurd going to pass this one back to the 15-yard line. Back to Brownfield. Brownfield moving his way forward. Past the 20. He'll pass it back to Hurd. Hurd working his way up past the 30 to the 40 and brought down near the 45-yard line. So a little trickeration there for WPA. First kick return of the day for the Wildcats.
Wildcats return it up to about the 45-yard line.
They'll get the ball.
Where they will start on offense.
14:30 left here in the first half. Or excuse me, second half. Third quarter. We'll get it right now. They'll actually mark it at the 45-yard line. So 1st and 10 for the Wildcats. They lead by a score of 28-0. Wildcats going to take their time here. No urgency, as they are up by 4 touchdowns to start the second half. So Ralph Hall will be the single receiver to the far side. Jones keep the ball himself off the right side, move forward and make his way down to the 49-yard line. Pick up a 4, it'll be 2nd and 6 for WPA. Jones went down kind of awkwardly. It hasn't gotten up, or at least he's taking his time to get up. They'll stop the clock with 13-17.
Stop the game here for a quick injury timeout.
As Jones will get up. A little worse for the wear, but he may have to come out for a play. Oh, excuse me, that was not Jones. I apologize. That was Trevon Lewis. He'll have to take a break for a play. .57 left here in the third quarter. All now the receiver to the single side, or excuse me, to the far side. Damian Cornish, the receiver to the near side. Jones with the snap. He'll give it to Bynum. Bynum trying to work off the right side. He's going to be brought down in the backfield.
Number 20, John Bynum with the carry. Loses a couple.
Loses a couple yards on the play here. They'll mark the ball back at the 46. Bring up 3rd down here. 12:25 on our running clock. Cornish and Hall, the twin receivers to the far side. Now twin receivers to the near side. Jones in his shotgun, one running back to his left. 3-step drop for Jones, looking down the right side. And he's got a Hurd wide open, but he's going to catch that one out of bounds. And on the coverage again was Cam McCauley. And he's kept the Wildcat receivers tight to the sideline all day long.
It'll be 4th down Wildcats.
Jones taking a shot downfield. Connected on it, but again, just ran out of real estate. As it'll be 4th and 9 for the Wildcats. They're going to have to get to the 45 for a 1st down. Harry Randall checking in for the Wildcats. Call up you one-on-one with Randall here on the outside. Randall lining up as a receiver. And we're going to have a pooch kick. It's going to go awkwardly off of Jones's foot, take a Cleveland bounce, and it's going to be picked up by McCauley. McCauley at the 45, brought down at the 44. Jones tried a kind of a rugby-style kick there, I believe. And I believe that's actually going to be a negative punt of 2 yards. So we don't see that very often, but that will net a negative 2-yard punt for the Wildcats 10:15 left here, third quarter. Wildcats up by a score of 28-0. They'll mark the ball at the 44 for the Cobras. Dick Thompson checking in for the Wildcats. Under 10 minutes to play here, third quarter. Jerry Cecil, the receiver to the far side now. Matt Wise, the receiver to the near side. Pistol formation now. Thompson with Washington his right. He'll give it to Calhoun, the tailback, trying to cut to the outside, but he'll be wrapped up in the backfield. James Edmonds, the initial contact for the Wildcats in the backfield. He'll lose 2 yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 12 for Cleveland. 9:15 left here, third quarter. We'll get you an update here from Erie here in a moment. So 4th and 15 for the Fire. And it looks like they're going to get called offsides here as we try to bring that update from Erie. 4th and 20 coming up for Columbus. No score. As they'll give this to Calhoun off the left side. He's going to fight his way down to the 40-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 for Cleveland. A lot more manageable.
5 or 6.
As Emmett Calhoun will come off the left side. Downhill run. I'll actually say he got to the 41. He'll need to get to the 36 for a first down. Thought he got maybe more than that, but Jerry Cecil now the receiver to the far side. Matt Wise to the near side. Calhoun will remain the tailback. Thompson in the pistol. 7:55 left here, third quarter. Pressure being shown by the Wildcats. They'll give it to Calhoun. Actually, Thompson will pull it himself. And naked boot, he'll bring it out to the 35 near the 30-yard line. Probably give him the 31. And it'll be enough for a Cleveland first down here. Clock will run here. 7:35 left here, third quarter. And I believe we've got a score from Erie. Columbus with a 6-0 lead. The Fire score on a 4th and 19. The Columbus Fire take a 6-0 lead over the Erie Express. The Wildcats with a 28-0 lead over Cleveland here. Thompson in the shotgun, Calhoun to his right, 3 receivers to the far side. Thompson fires over the middle. Pass was intended for Strickland, incomplete.
Pass incomplete.
Bring up 2nd and 10 for Cleveland at their own 32-yard, the WPA 32-yard line. And Columbus does not convert on the extra point, so with 7:07 left in the first quarter, Columbus takes a 6-0 lead over the Erie Express. But here in Allison Park, it is the WPA Wildcats with a 28-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. Angelo Thompson and Jerry Cecil, the receivers on the far side now. Strickland and Wise will be the twin receivers to the near side. Thompson in the shotgun, just under 6 minutes to play here, third quarter. Wise will go in motion from left to right. They'll give it to him on the jet sweep. Wise trying to find room to run, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Devontae Brownfield on the tackle.
Number 89 taken down in the backfield.
3rd and 13 now for the Cobras with 5.5 minutes left to play. Calhoun will go to the sideline to get the play.
For the Cobras.
So single receiver to the near side. This will be Strickland. They'll have one-on-one coverage. Thompson with Calhoun to his left. Clock just under 5 minutes here, third quarter. Thompson, three-step drop under pressure. And he's going to throw this one into the Cobra sideline. That'll bring up fourth down for Cleveland. And with 4.5 minutes left here, I'm going to assume that Cleveland's going to go for this.
Looks like it'll be fourth down.
Erie now get the ball back at their own 32. 6:56 to go in the first quarter in Erie. Express trailing the Columbus Fire by a score of 6-0. Cleveland trailing WPA here by a score of 28-0. So 4th and 13 for the Cobras. They're going to have to get to the 22-yard line for a first down. Thompson with the hard count. Twin receivers to each side. Thompson, three-step drop, steps up, fires, and it's going to be thrown down to the 25-yard line. It might have been caught by Cecil, but nonetheless, not enough for the first down. They needed 13. They got probably 10. And it'll be a turnover on downs. WPA will get the ball just about 3 minutes left here. They'll take over at the Fire 35-yard line. Or excuse me, the Wildcats 35-yard. I did it again. Some of the big matchups coming up here during the high school football season. Mark September 6th here. This is going to be a special one. The Ursuline Irish at the Farrell Steelers. If you joined us last year for that game.
That was 2 years ago.
Was it 2 years ago?
Yeah, it was 2 years ago. My fingers still feel it.
Jones with the handoff to Bynum. Bynum fighting his way forward past the 40. And he's going to continue to work his way down near the 49-yard line. Pickup of 11, but that's going to be a hard 11 yards.
Those legs churning for another Wildcat first down.
But nonetheless, going back to our high school matchup at Ursuline and Farrell. Over at Farrell High School. That was a track meet the last time we saw that one.
Yeah, that was a who's got the ball last is going to win that game.
Yeah, Ryan Bonacci.
That's almost what it was, too.
That's exactly what it was. Ryan Bonacci and I got worn out from that one, calling that one. That was a great game. As they'll hand off to Bynum again. He'll make his way past the 40, inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. And it'll be a couple yards short of another Wildcat first down. And we'll follow that up by September 13th. Niles will take on Hubbard. Struthers will head to South Range to take on the Raiders. And we have an official's timeout. Player down.
Timeout on the field.
Somebody's shaking up down there, but they're on their feet and moving around. They'll probably have to come out for a play since the officials did take a timeout. And then September 27th, Springfield Tigers. They will head to Jackson Milton to take on the Blue Jays. Lowville at McDonald the following week. Boardman and Howland. Mooney and Harding, an Old Steel Valley Conference matchup. Ursuline will take on Cheney. And to round out the regular season, the Warren Harding Raiders will take on the Fitch Falcons. All of those games, 7 o'clock kickoffs. 6:35 airtime. Those games all hosted by Mark Means and Dave Clark. And, of course, the coach, Bob Gessler, and I will have the Poland Bulldogs all year long on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, the Patriot. Jones with the handoff. They'll hit right between the center guard. Ball loose on the turf, covered up by Cleveland. They'll get the turnover. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
That's number 8, Tyree Bush with the carry.
Bush with the fumble.
By the Cobras at the 30-yard line.
Ball knocked out from behind. Covered up by Cam Wells.
And you mentioned the Poland, you and Mr. Gessler. the coach. We cover in Poland. You got Poland-Salem week 1. 8:30, you got Poland-Holland. September 6th, Poland and the Firelands, at the Firelands.
Yeah, we'll be making that trip out there, just a little over an hour away.
And you come back for Poland at Cantfield.
Well, the Battle of 224.
Yep, and then you come back, and then you're back home again versus Hubbard. Hubbard, Poland's always a good game.
A little hard to see those colors sometimes.
It is blue and white versus blue and white.
Is Hubbard blue and white, or are they blue and silver?
No, well, blue, white, and silver. We actually implemented silver my junior year.
Yeah, it goes
my
both ways here.
Yep.
End of the third quarter here at J.C. Stonefield in Allison Park. The Wildcats with a 28-0 lead over the Cleveland Cobras. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
This is number 56, Antoine Peterson, known as Tony Sweets. You're listening to Cleveland Cobras football on iMedia1 network.
Fourth quarter action coming up here in the Keystone State. Cleveland with the ball after the turnover to take over first and 10. They'll mark it at the Cleveland 31-yard line. As we continue to wind down the 2024 Tri-Point Football League season. Trying to get you some scores from around the area as well. I say from around the area, but from around the league nonetheless. So Thompson now in an empty backfield. 3 receivers to the far side, 2 to the near side. 3 receivers to the near side. Thompson, Washington, and Wise. Sounds like a law firm. Thompson back to pass, under pressure, steps up in the pocket, fires over the middle, and it's going to be knocked away by Denzel Jackson. Pass was intended for Jerry Cecil. So 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. Excuse me, that might have been intended for D'Angelo Thompson. As Abe Taylor will make his way in, Javon Washington will head to the sideline for Cleveland. Ball still marked at the 31-yard line. 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. 13:40 left here in this game. D'Angelo Thompson, Calhoun, and Wise, the receivers to the near side. Actually go 4. Jerry Cecil will make his way over, go empty backfield. Abe Taylor will be the backside receiver to the left of Thompson. Thompson, quick pass out to D'Angelo Thompson. He'll catch that. He'll fight his way out to the 35, 40. He'll get a block, midfield, and he is gone. If he doesn't get caught from behind, actually going to step out of bounds. It'll be a first down. So he'll go from the 31 on the Cleveland side all the way to the 41 on the side of the Wildcats. Best play of the day for Cleveland. It'll be 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Update from Erie. Erie with the ball. 3rd and 5 in the 3rd and goal. From the 5, they'll throw this into the corner of the end zone, overthrown it. Erie will have a 4th down as they trail the Columbus Fire by a score of 6-0. Here at J.C. Stone, 12.5 minutes left. Cleveland trailing by a score of 28-0. And Cecil, Calhoun, and Wise will be the receivers to the far side. Actually, they'll throw Javon Washington there as well. Abe Taylor will be in one-on-one coverage to the near side. Moving left to right on your devices if you're listening on Live 365 or the TuneIn app. Thompson looking off the right side there, showing pressure. Caught by Taylor, and it's going to be dropped at the 35. The big man can't bring it in. 2nd and 10 now for Cleveland with 12 minutes left. And the Wildcats will take a timeout. 11:51 left here in this game. Wildcats with a 28-0 lead will step aside for a timeout. You're listening to Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio. We'll be right back after this.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Tyree Knight, number 2 of the Cleveland Cobras, and you're listening to the Tri-Point Football League on Western Reserve Radio and the iMedia1 Network. Go Cobras.
11:51 left here in this game. Cobras trailing by a score of 28-0. 2nd and 10 for Cleveland. Ball now at the Wildcats 41-yard line. Keep doing it as we try to keep you bring you updates from Erie. And being told there's an updated score coming in from Erie. The Express, they get a field goal. They cut the Fire lead to 6-3. Thompson, empty backfield, pump fakes, under pressure, looking downfield. Going to take it himself past the 40, and he'll head out of bounds near the 33-yard line. And a flag on the play, late hit coming up on Slap Thompson. That'll add another 15 on for the Cobras. Best drive of the day so far for the Cleveland team.
Number 4 with a big run.
Dave Thompson will pop right back up. So dead ball foul, personal foul coming up against the Wildcats.
Penalty on the Wildcats. That'll give the Cobras a first down.
So they'll mark this ball at the Wildcat 18-yard line. Best drive of the day for Cleveland. Best opportunity to get into the end zone. 10:48 left here in this game. Thompson with Washington to his left, 3 receivers to his left. Thompson back to pass, all the time in the world there. Matt Wise went up for that in the air and caught that, and he was down at the 1-yard line. One-handed catch. Incredible catch by Matthew Wise. And flag on the play, but that won't take away the effort from Wise. So penalty coming up against WPA. That penalty will be declined. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line for the Cobras. And you can't say enough about that catch. Outstanding effort by the Cobra wide receiver. Pistol formation now. Calhoun to the right of Thompson. Javon Washington, the tailback. He'll give it to Washington. Washington going to cut back, and he's going to be brought down in the backfield. Ball loose, picked up by Thompson. And disaster averted. As it looked like the Wildcats were going to have an opportunity to pick that up and maybe return it the length of the field. 9:40 left here in this game.
Cobras are covered at about the 7-yard line.
So ball now, 2nd and goal at the 7. There'll be a loss of 6 on the play. Play that could have turned out a whole lot worse for Cleveland. $9:13 left here, 4th quarter. Cleveland 3 more shots to get in the end zone. Backs Works the east side of Thompson now in the shotgun. He'll send Washington out as the slot to the right side. Abe Taylor, the receiver, to his right. Thompson plants his feet over the middle and tried to get Strickland on the slant. Couldn't connect on it. That'll bring up 3rd and goal from the 7 for Cleveland.
3rd and goal, Cobras.
8.5 minutes left here in Pennsylvania. And we'll try to get some updates from Erie. As Columbus, they just get the first down. They'll have the ball at their own 41-yard line. They lead the Erie Express by a score of 6-3. Thompson now in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side, as well as the other side. Running back on the left hip of Slap Thompson. Movement up front. And a false start coming up against Cleveland. That'll move him back to the 12-yard line. So 3rd and goal from the 12. So the Cobras heading in the wrong direction.
False start penalty will push the Cobras back. It'll be 3rd and 12 now.
3rd and 12 for Cleveland. Thompson in the shotgun. They'll go 2-by-2 again. Washington on the left hip of Slap Thompson. Thompson with the hard count. Thompson back to pass, under pressure. Fires out into the end zone, looking for Washington. It's going to be tipped away. Nelson Caldwell on the defense for the Wildcats.
Good defense there, preventing the touchdown. 4th down.
So 4th and goal from the 12 for Cleveland. 6 minutes, just about 48 seconds left.
You could round out your season here, too. We left off with Poland at Hubbard on the 20th. September 27th, be Poland at South Range.
Well, I'd love to go out to see the Raiders again.
Yep. And then, let's see, Poland versus Girard on October 11th. The 18th at Lakeview. And then the 26th, right down the street from the studio, it'll be at Struthers.
And Cleveland will take a timeout. 6:13 left here, 4th quarter. Cleveland will have the ball, 4th and goal from the 12. We'll step aside for a moment for a timeout. You are listening to Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network. We're right back after this.
Signature Granite in North Lima is your go-to in the countertop trade. We provide workmanship for both residential and commercial markets. In need of a new look in your kitchen, bathroom, bar, or any other countertop installation? Look no further. Our services include measurements, handcrafted custom fabrication, complete installation, custom edge finishing, and outdoor bars, and much more. For a free estimate, call 330-549-9770 and make your next project a signature.
Cleveland takes a timeout here, 6:13 left, 4th quarter. 4th and goal from the 12. As Thompson will go into an empty backfield, 3 receivers to the near side. It'll be Gaddy, Taylor, and Wise. Can't forget that catch by Matthew Wise. Great effort here as Thompson now waiting for the snap. Plenty of time to throw. Fires into the back of the end zone. Got a flag on the play. It's caught, but it's going to be out of bounds. We'll see what the flag is. If this is going to be a hold, I'm sure that WPA is going to decline this one.
It's complete, but it is out of bounds.
So great effort in the back of the end zone to catch that one, but the only way that's a touchdown if it's Canadian football with a 20-yard end zone. So indeed, this one's going to be against Cleveland. A hold coming up against the Cobras. WPA will decline that, and it will be a turnover on downs. The Wildcats will take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. just under 6 minutes to play here in this 2024 season. Over in Erie, the Columbus Fire with a 6-3 lead over the Erie Express. I believe the Erie Express got a 22-yard field goal. And the Fire scoring through the air. Take their 6-0 or 6-3 lead. So 5:40 left here in this game and in this regular season. Clock will continue to run. A couple of new features coming up here for high school football as well. As my understanding is that Sam Olmsted will be joining us for a brief pregame show.
Yeah, I was talking with Sam about that today, and he's on board. So,
and Sam, of course, the host of the Dump and Chase podcast right here on Western Reserve Radio. The official, unofficial
podcast.
Or unofficial official.
The
I'm not sure.
Unofficial official. There you go.
Podcast of the Youngstown Phantoms. Handoff for the Fire, or excuse me, for the Wildcats. Sitting here watching the Fire game as well. He'll get out to the 20-yard line, pick up a 8. It'll be 2nd and 2 now as the clock will continue to run. 4:38 left here in this game.
With the carry.
Yeah, stay tuned to Western Reserve Radio. We're going to, he's putting together a highlights of all the interviews he did from main camp this year. He's going to be getting that to me. We're going to run that on probably the Monday and Tuesday before the first Wednesday game down at the Fall Classic down here.
Hopefully it's the interviews with the survivors from main camp.
The 4 that haven't been.
From what I hear, he may have been the Grim Reaper down there. From
you get interviewed, you're on the trading block.
You're on the next train back to wherever you came from.
We
So
had a
penalty on the play as it'll be 1st and 15 now for the Wildcats. A run for WPA. Bynum out to the 30, and he'll be brought down at the 35-yard line. Tripped up by Kev Fortson. So they erase the penalty
Pretty
and
quick.
get the first down. 4 minutes left here in this one. Cleveland will round out their 2024 campaign at a record of 4-4. WPA looks like they will finish at 500 as well. This clock will continue to run. Cam Wells in for Barrico. Joe will run to the sideline. Of course, I want to thank you for joining us here all season long on Western Reserve Radio for Cleveland Cobras football. Option to the far side, going to be blown up in the backfield. Chinello Aparanozzi wrapped up in the backfield.
With the carry, goes nowhere.
Quentin Wells wrapping him up in the backfield.
Be about a loss of 6.
So 2nd and long for the Wildcats with just about 3 minutes left here. They'll be content to run this clock down. No sense of urgency here. And if you go over to Facebook at Erie Express, you can see the Columbus Fire and the Erie Express in Pennsylvania. Should be a fantastic game. So far, Columbus up by a score of 6-3. Both teams well matched after coming to the Tri-Point Football League from the GDFL, which we covered for a couple of years here. Got to cover the Erie Express National Championship. Ball loose on the turf. And looks like it was recovered by the Wildcats.
Number 1, Hurd, tackled in the backfield.
Raphael Hurd with the ball. Loses it, but they'll lose a few more yards on this. They'll have to get to their own 46-yard line for a first down. They're going to mark this ball at the 26. Actually go back down to the 24. call it 3rd and 22, if my math serves me correctly. 11-12 left over in Erie of the first quarter. Raphael Hurd now at the quarterback position for the Wildcats. He'll hand this one off, and it'll be brought down near the line of scrimmage. Tyree Bush on the carry for WPA.
Tyree Bush with the carry for about 3.
1:15 left in this game and in this season. Fourth down. We'll see if they decide to punt this one away with just 55 seconds left. If they do, that'll be Cam McCauley back to return for Cleveland. First punt of the day for WPA, I believe. Oh, no, stand correctly. The one that came off the foot, a little bit weird. This is going to be a high punt. McCauley going to get under and try for a return. He'll pick it up at the 42-yard line. Take it straight upfield, past midfield, looking for a block. And he'll be brought down near the midfield stripe. Actually, they'll give him the 49-yard line.
Nice punt. And 34, Operonosi with the
Cleveland will
tackle.
start off 1st and 10. Actually, clock going to continue to run down here as we will wrap this one up. From J.C. Stone Field here, Cleveland will get shut out today by a score of 28-0. They'll finish the 2024 season with a record of 4-4, and the Wildcats will improve to 4-4 as well. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap. And we'll get you set up, hopefully for next week here, as we keep an eye on this Columbus-Erie game. You are listening to Cleveland Cobras football here on Western Reserve Radio, part of the iMedia1 network.
Located in Applewood Estates in Boardman Township, the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club offers a pleasant family environment. Choose a membership that meets your needs and enjoy a relaxing venue that includes not only swimming for the family, but also youth activities such as competitive swimming, tennis, and more. Enjoy the friendly atmosphere all summer long with the staff and members of the Applewood Swim and Tennis Club. For more information, go to applewoodswimandtennis.com or call 330-953-2833.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Post game as we wrap it up here from J.C. Stone Field in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. The WPA Wildcats, they improved to 4-4 with a 28-0 win over the Cleveland Cobras. The Cobras finished their 2024 campaign with a 4-4 record. Scoring went like this. First quarter at 8:48, it would be Tyree Bush that would get into the end zone on a 2-yard touchdown run. Carswell would add 2 points, and that would give the Wildcats an 8-0 lead. 4:16 of the first quarter, it would be Cornish on a 40-yard reception from Paul Jones. They would not convert on the 2-point, and that would make it 14-0 in favor of the WPA Wildcats. And in the second quarter, the Wildcats would get in the end zone on a 1-yard touchdown run. Carswell would add 2 points on a pass from Paul Jones, and that would be the only scoring of the game. We'd go scoreless here in the second half, and the Cobras get shut out today by a score of 28-0. Keeping an eye on the Erie-Columbus game right now here. 7:22 left here, I believe, in the first quarter, and the Columbus Fire are knocking at the door. They are on the 1-yard line. Columbus with a 6-3 lead. Of course, we expected that game to be very good. We've seen both of those organizations this year, and coming over from the GDFL, we thought this would be a battle back and forth.
And it is.
Certainly.
It's not going to disappoint. pretty sure as soon as we get out of here, get packed up, get in the car, that game's going on the radio on the way home.
Yes, we too will be listening in on that one. So, of course, you can go to the Erie Express Facebook account where they have a live feed of that. A very good production, as a matter of fact. And it should be a great game. We want to stick around 1 second here as it is 3rd and 1. And the Fire at the 1 yard line as they are looking to extend their lead. And a quick pass across the middle and tipped up and caught out of bounds. So it will be 4th down for Columbus. But that is a cliffhanger. We will make you go over to the Erie Express Facebook account where you can see the game live. So again, we want to thank you for joining us here once again for Cleveland Cobras football, all during the 2024 campaign. The Cobras finish out the season at 4-4. They'll be looking forward to week 1 of the Tri-Point Football League playoffs. Stay tuned to our social media as we get the details. We will post them as they come in. So for Dave Ferris, I'm Jim Craven. Again, we appreciate you joining us here all of 2024 here during the Tri-Point Football League. Your score, one last time, from J.C. Stone Field in Allison Park, Pennsylvania. The WPA Wildcats, they get the 28-0 win over the Cleveland Cobras, and we hope to see you all here for week 1 of the Tri-Point Football League playoffs, and we hope you have a fantastic weekend. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia1 Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.